Good evening, everyone. It is Melissa here with a WTF, aka Wednesday Thought Forum. We are shooting live episode number 37. Whoop, whoop. And anyways, it's brought to you by Think Me First at thinkmefirst.com. And today we're going to be talking about how we can help those who are suffering from depression. And keep in mind, we may even be suffering from depression, but we can still help others, because a lot of times you don't practice what you preach, and it's easier to help someone else out than your own self sometimes. So that's what we're going to be talking about this evening. It's kind of a touchy situation because, there's a lot of people that are depressed this time of year. And you're not alone if you are depressed, or you're not alone definitely if you know someone, because I guarantee almost everyone knows someone who is depressed. With that being said, even experts know, I've read a couple articles and they say that almost more than half the world the world population suffers from mental illnesses such as stress or tension, depression. Now we have an economic recession going on, but there's many, many more causes of depression. It could be loss of a loved one. There's just many different situations that can cause that to happen. But if you're witnessing someone going or struggling or suffering with depression, you can help them. You don't have to be a therapist to help them. Now, don't get me wrong. This person is having depression. They still may feel. They still may need a therapist or medication or whatever. You're not a substitute for that. But there are subtle ways that we can help them. And I just want to throw a disclaimer out there. I'm not a therapist, a psychologist, or psychiatrist, or anything like that. I'm just someone who I used to be in their shoes. I was depressed for a while, and I managed to get out of that. So I've experienced it from my point, and I'm just trying to help others with that. Excuse me. So what you want to do is just help them deal with depression by leading them to a new life. With a refreshing and a positive energy or a new mindset. And once you see and acknowledge, because some people don't know that their loved ones may be depressed, but once you see this and you understand it, then try not to talk to this person in a negative way. That's kind of what depression is. It's just a lot of negativity and buildup. So try to help them develop a positive mindset. And then, surround them with nothing but positivity. Let them feel and experience peace for once, because their life is chaotic and there's anything but peace. So with that being said, segues into my next section, which is peace of mind. People who are going through depression or rough times, that's what they lack. They lack peace of mind. It's concealed somewhere, but it's kind of lost amongst the negativity and the chaos that they're experiencing. So what we could do is help them find, happiness and turn their mind towards peace. With the support of friends and family or loved ones, we can help rebuild their stability and lessen and maybe even possibly rid them of their depression by providing this positivity. Another way is to start encouraging those who have depression. Get them to realize that there is hope, and that this is going to be a new way of life. I'm going to use myself as an example here. When I was depressed, I didn't have hope. I didn't have any faith in anything. It was just negative. You've heard of the phrase, when it rains, it pours. That's kind of what a negative person feels a lot. Because again, everything around them is just negativity. And I think we've all experienced this at one point. When we think negative, then it seems like everything for the rest of the day that just follows is negative. And so this is what it's like for a person who's depressed. And, except for that, negativity lasts for quite a while, and it's hard for them to shake if they can't, or even can shake it. It just takes a while. When people say something, when the person who's depressed says something negative, then we might be able to flip that into a positive. Another example I have here is I knew someone whose spouse was in a traumatic accident, and so this person felt a lot of guilt, and it was sad because they had nothing to do with the accident. They weren't even there. They weren't a part of it. But this person was forced to make a lot of life decisions really quick for this person who was in the traumatic accident, and then for themselves. And it was very overwhelming. And this person had the mindset that they made some really bad choices for their partner. And so what I would start doing is just kind of flipping that into a positive and say, you didn't make bad choices for this person. You made good choices for them so that they could get another year of life to be with us. So that's just an example. And the more this person heard this, then the less I saw them feel guilty. So once they start, hey Freddie, how are you this evening? I hope all is well for you and you're feeling better. But once people start hearing the positive over and over, that helps with the mindset change, whether you think so or not. Every little bit helps. When they start to hear it more and see it more, then they start to believe it. Again, I had no hope. My spouse, Sam, he helped me out a lot because he was constantly, you're welcome, Freddie. He was constantly saying, you gotta have hope, you gotta have faith. And then I thought, well, what the hell? I got nothing else to lose. So I started doing that, and it really helped with my mindset and positivity. So that was one way that I kind of got out of my deep depression, was just finding things to believe in. Quotes were huge for me, to read positivity quotes and stuff like that. That really helped me, and writing. So in short, just be their positive, and be a positive role model for them at the time. Because again, the more they hear it and see it, the more they'll believe it. The next one is to heal the pain. And what I mean by this is it's very important to listen to the words of a person who is experiencing depression. And listen to them silently, because they need to talk. If you need some more skills on effective listening, I did do an episode, WTF episode 29. And then if you want to read the article, you can find it at thankmefirst.com and just type in listening. But the article is 7 amazing tips to effective listening. But those that are depressed, they really just need a soundboard for them. It just gives them an outlet to speak what they need to speak. And then if you have the time, start spending more quality time with these people, because obviously they're coming to you and they see you as a positive influence. So you are going to be the person that motivates them and kind of steers them away from their negativity and turn it into positive. And again, I have an article on motivation as well. It's WTF episode 16, 5 steps to find out what motivates you. So you might even brush up on that so you can help them out with that. But the next one is really big. I enjoy this a lot. Actually, I was out last night because it helped me a lot. But exploring nature is huge, because we are given a big gift from God of the indispensable gift of nature. Hi, Lindsay. Glad to see you joining us this evening. Sorry. Long day. I started back to work today. But we're just talking about how we can help those who are depressed. And then if you're depressed as well, you might grab some stuff from this as well. But anyways, God gives us the gift of nature, and it's free and it's everywhere around us. It's very abundant, and we need to learn from that, because nature is calming and soothing. It heals pain with positive effects. It's very important. So we don't want to let those who are feeling depressed just hold themselves up in some dark room, or maybe even their own house, when I want to try and get them out a little bit and experience and explore nature, because it is one of the best ways to naturally heal mental illness. I'm sorry, I'm having some problems today. My throat is scratchy. And then we also want to personify this beauty of nature, because again, nature is beautiful and it regenerates the mental peace that we're all searching for. The bloom, let's see, Kim King calls me Barnabas. I don't know where that came from. I just had something pop up. So anyways, personify the nature beauty. So like, when we look at a blooming flower, then, it brings a lot of happiness. Maybe today here in Ohio, we got a fresh blanket of snow. And to me, that kind of brings some calmness, and it's really silent outside when it snows. It kind of just dampens every sound. And it's kind of relaxing. But, even a chirping bird brings joy and delight. And then we have the moon, which brings, light of hope. So it's funny because right now I'm watching a set of cardinals. I don't know if you know anything about the cardinals, but they're very loyal birds. And it's funny because the female comes in and then the male comes in. So I'm just kind of watching their patterns, but it's very, very relaxing. I have a stressful job, so to me it's very relaxing. And then last but not least, the biggest thing for me that was when I was going through depression was touch. The biggest thing that I missed more than anything was probably just a simple hug. And, maybe that explains why I'm a big hugger now. I don't know. But for some reason, that was like huge for me, just receiving a simple hug. And again, it's simple, it's free. Right now, I know it's kind of difficult in situations, but even if you can just touch a shoulder or a hand, human touch is, it's a necessity for us, especially with someone with depression. And it just is kind of an informal sign saying, hey, I got your back. I can help you out. Just keep in mind, though, not everyone wants to be touched. So I kind of know their boundaries, too. But to conclude, again, with depression, it's just really to listen carefully to them and, again, be a soundboard for them. Be positive with your actions and try to flip any negative situations or negative speech into positive ones. And be a role model. When you're around them, don't be negative. Don't bring negativity. Again, that's what they need to get away from. And then just keep things calm and positive when you're interacting with them. It may not seem like a whole lot, but trust me, to a person who's in a world of depression, it could be a huge move, and it could be life-changing for some. But I just want to leave you with this final quote that I like. It says, "Good humor is a tonic for the mind and the body. It's the best antidote for anxiety and depression. It's a business asset. It attracts and helps keep friends. It lightens human burdens. And it is the direct route to serenity and contentment." And I like that. It was by Grenville Kleiser, so I thought that was a pretty good one. I did see Lindsay. She posted, hugs are a big thing for her too with her depression. She loves them and always makes her feel better. So I totally get you, Lindsay. And you don't even have to talk when you do it. So hugs are huge. Again, it goes back to that human touch factor. So I totally get you on that. So anyways, again, if you like this material, and I know this was kind of short, sorry, but, there's only so much you can do. The person who's depressed needs to help themselves too and want to be able to take that step. So, a lot of it is them, but we can do our own part in helping them. But again, if you like this material, feel free to find me at thinkmefirst.com. You can also sign up for the email, and I send 2 of those out a week with extra tips, tricks, and hacks. You can find me on Pinterest at pinterest.com/Missy Think Me First. And all the WTF videos are on YouTube. Just type in Melissa Shim and that will take you to my channel. If you do visit, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to get my my videos when they are uploaded. But right now I have 13. Woohoo! Thank you all. 13 subscribers. I really want to get to 100 so I can at least use Think Me First instead of just typing in my name to find me easier. But I'm working on that. So anyways, everyone, just have a good evening. Relax. Meditate if you need to. But remember, always think me first. Have a good evening, everyone.